everything. Some of these questions I've thought about, some of them I haven't, so we'll sort of see how we go. But I'm very opinionated, I'm very stubborn, I have very strong morals, so I think some of these may piss some people off, but oh well. I am curious to see what everyone thinks in the comments. Please hear me out, and if I say something you don't like or don't agree with, firstly, these are my opinions. Secondly, that's totally okay. I'm a different person to you, so I'm gonna think differently. I'm not trying to attack anyone by my answers either. I'm just stating what I think, and I would love to know if you agree or disagree. So let's get to know each other a little bit better. The first prompt is a food you think is way overrated. This one is really easy for me because I'm a vegetarian and the answer is meat, any type of meat. I think, like, if you are a meat eater, that's probably how you grew up, and you just eat it because that's what you know, that's what everyone else does. Most dishes come with meat in it anyway. It's not until you stop eating meat, like actively choose to not eat it anymore, that you realize that it's not even that good. Most dishes just have meat. Like, it's not the main part of the dish. It's there, like, and you season it, and you have to cook it in all special different ways for it to actually make the meal good. And at that point it's like, is it even good, or are we just eating it because that's what we were told to do, and that's what we've done all our lives? There are so many dishes that traditionally have meat in it, and then when you go veggie, you sort of make it meat free, and the dish is just as good, if not better, without the meat. So that is a really easy answer for me. I never really liked meat that much anyway before I went vegetarian, but now, after going veggie, I've fully, like, I'm out, I'm completely out. It is so overrated. The second prompt, second prompt, a bookish opinion that would mildly annoy people. This one, I think, may piss people off more than mildly annoy. But firstly, I am definitely a book snob, so I'm self-aware on that fact. My answer to that question is that book talk books, specifically romantasy, are trash. They were born out of consumerism, and they're pretty much, at this point in time, only written to please the mass market. They're not actually written to say anything, and they're not even well written in the first place. I think romantasy, the genre as well, really capitalizes off women's abuse and loneliness, and desperation isn't the right word, but like the idea that the men in their lives aren't providing them what they need. I could do this whole concept of like, it's sort of like profiting off the loneliness epidemic, not the male loneliness epidemic, because I have my own opinions on that, and that is that it's not real. But the loneliness epidemic in general, men and women, I think romantasy books profit off that. That's not to say that there aren't romantasy or book talk books that are well written or that are good. I'm sure there are, but for the most part, I would say it's all written to be mass consumed, and yeah, I don't know if I articulated that well, but if I annoyed you, let me know in the comments. The third prompt is a piece of advice you think is wildly outdated. Wildly outdated. Again, I have so many thoughts for this. My first one, I guess, that comes to my mind straight away is that you need to go to uni to be successful. Especially in this day and age where, like, we're going to uni and then are unable to get a job in our field. Relatable. I think there are so many people, I think a lot of people will and would benefit from going to uni because it teaches you critical thinking, it teaches you openness and acceptance. But in terms of the job market, there are so many jobs that you can make really good money that don't require a uni degree. But still, I think it is important that people go for the reasons I just mentioned. We tend to stay in our bubble, so if you grew up in like quite a conservative bubble and then you don't go to uni, you will be stuck in that bubble because you won't be given an opportunity to sort of go outside and learn and see what's outside that, which can open your mind as to what else is out there. So I think it's important for that reason, and just teaching people critical thinking, literacy, media literacy, etc., etc. I think another piece of advice that I would add onto that is that you don't need to get married to live a fulfilling life or be in a successful relationship. Prompt number 4 is a popular life hack that you think just complicates things. That is a good question. I mean, like all of those 5-minute craft videos that was super popular a couple of years ago crack me up because they're all so stupid. But I get why people do this because it's like aesthetic and it's like visually pleasing, but decanting or depotting or like taking all of your groceries out of their original packaging and then putting them in different like clear plastic packaging is kind of stupid in my opinion. Like, I get for some things why it might be necessary, but if it's just that it's aesthetically pleasing and that's the only reason you do it, like, what are we doing? Because then you're just adding an extra step into your groceries and then you pot them all into a different container and then you use it. Why couldn't you just use it from the first container? I don't get it. Prompt number 5. A feel-good song that instantly annoys you. Oh, I have a lot. I think, guys, you guys are gonna hate me for this. I am not a fan of Taylor Swift's music. I have neutral feelings on her as a person, but what does really annoy me is when people say that they hate her, but it's like either internalized misogyny or just misogyny, like they just hate her because she's a successful woman. That I don't like. That being said, I don't particularly like her music, not because she's a woman, but just because it's not really my style of music. If you do want to know what style of music I am interested in, I have like a vinyl collection ASMR video on my channel, and that gives you sort of a better overview. But for the most part, I would say if I had to categorize it, it's more sort of like indie alternative rock. This is really random for me, but I'm getting into like bluegrass and like Appalachian folk music for some reason. It just kind of slaps. I also really like sort of 70s, 80s music. So I would say my music taste is more like alternative rock, hence why I don't particularly like Taylor Swift. Although I did grow up listening to the Red album, so that has a special place in my heart. I guess 1989 by Taylor Swift. I really don't like that song. Prompt number 6. A supposedly relaxing activity that actually stresses you out. I have two for this. The first one is getting a massage. Like when you go to a massage parlor or like a spa. I like the actual massage, like because it feels good, but it is so stressful because I'm so worried that like I was meant to be wearing like a bikini, but I wasn't. But I showed up not, and I'm like lying naked on the table. And I'm scared that they're going to touch like my butt or my boobs or something. I don't want them to touch that when I'm getting a massage. Like it just makes me so uncomfortable. Like I'm very like I don't really like physical touch that much anyway. So when it's like my intimate areas, it stresses me out. Also, what if I need a fart? What the hell? And the second answer I have for that is social media. I don't think anyone says that it's meant to be relaxing, but like, you know, when you've got a second and you get home from work and you just want to relax, you'll like go on Instagram and doom scroll. It fucking stresses me out. Sorry for the F-bomb, but it really stresses me out, and I'm so susceptible to rage bait because like I'm so politically passionate and active in sort of leftist spaces that I fall for the rage bait, so it's not relaxing for me. Prompt number 7. A social media trend you wish would quietly disappear. This is so easy. The current right-wing grift that we're seeing, it's actually just ridiculous and rooted in hatred and division, and it is spearheaded by some of the dumbest men I've ever heard speak in my life. I feel like I don't need to add anything else to that, because if you've seen it and you are a centrist or on the left, you dish for you, even if it's just a tiny amount. I mean, again, meat, but my actual answer for this is egg. I hate egg. I'm a pretty picky eater as it is. So, I struggle to find dishes that I like, especially if I'm eating out or traveling. Obviously I overcome it, but egg in every single way that it can be done, like hard boiled, scrambled, sunny side up, I don't know. I don't care to know because I hate egg. The only time like that I can deal with the fact that egg is in a dish is when it's like a cake or donuts where you don't actually taste the egg or feel the texture of the egg. Like if there is like a Thai dish with egg on it, no, can't eat it. Fried rice with egg, no, won't touch it. I can't even eat French toast because it's way too eggy. No hard-boiled eggs, no scrambled eggs. Well, I don't eat bacon either, so I was about to say I wouldn't eat scrambled eggs and bacon, but like obviously because it's two things that I don't eat. Yeah, I'm so sorry for the egg lovers out there, but it's a no from me. Prompt number 9. A fashion trend you refuse to get on board with. Again, I have strong opinions, and for the most part I can sort of like see the appeal of a lot of fashion trends, but the one that I cannot get around is skirts over pants. Like, I'm not talking about leggings or tights because they're not the same, but they are the same. They give the same vibe when it comes to skirts. I'm talking when people wear jeans and skirts together. What the hell are we doing? I just think it looks so bad. And in saying that, I also can't get on board on skinny jeans, especially when men wear skinny jeans. It looks so bad. I'm sorry. As you can see from me in my hoodie right now, I'm a fashion expert. No, I'm totally kidding. I do enjoy fashion, and personally my style, I would say, is like I mainly, if you've seen from other videos you would know, I mainly wear like jumpers, and it's sort of like the 80s style fashion. That's my vibe. And like, I suppose you could say like dadcore or grandpacore is more accurate. I also really like sort of like the fisherman artsy aesthetic. Skinny jeans are a no-go. Everyone looks bad in skinny jeans. I don't care. Like, what are the word? Not like flared pants, but like just wide fitting or straight slimline pants. Again, slimline's not the right word, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Like straight cut pants. They're the way to go, in my opinion. Prompt number 10. I don't know why I keep saying number. Prompt number 10. A cozy activity that is totally overhyped. This is hard because I do love cozy activities. Actually, I think for this one I would say it's not necessarily cozy, but it can be, and that is gaming. I just like have anger issues and get too angry, so I wouldn't say that that is even a cozy activity, because even if I'm playing a cozy game, I'll find a way to get frustrated. I love most cozy activities though, so I don't really think anything's overhyped. Like, everyone needs a way to sort of wind down. And even like if I'm colouring and I colour outside the lines, I've got to put that book down because I'm frustrated. Prompt number 11 is a or show you never finished. Oh my god, the list is so long. It is not even funny. Me and my partner have a really bad habit of starting TV shows and then never finishing them. X-Files is one of my favourite TV shows of all time, and we haven't even finished it. We're up to like season 8, and it's like one of my favourite shows. That, and I've seen all of Better Call Saul multiple times. I love Better Call Saul. I love Breaking Bad too, and Breaking Bad was my favourite show for the longest time, but then I watched Better Call Saul and it's way better. I love Shameless as well, but only the first like 6 seasons. They're like my favourite TV shows. Popular TV, oh, it's movie or show. I misread the prompt. Oh, I don't actually remember what I said. I'll keep going on with the TV shows because it's easier. I've already got them in my head. I'm currently watching Gossip Girl for the first time ever, but I don't think I'll finish it because I'm not liking it. I think me a couple of years ago would have liked it, but at the moment everyone is so annoying, and I think his name is Chuck, is a horrible person, and I just can't with it. Anyway, so I don't think I'll finish Gossip Girl. I never finished Prison Break. I never finished American Horror Story. I never finished Normal People. I loved the book, but I think I got halfway through and I found the TV show so cringe. It just didn't, like, I know that people love it, but it didn't translate for me, and I was just like, I don't know, so I didn't finish it. I don't know, there's so many. The list is too long for that, honestly. Prompt number 12 is a childhood favourite you still think is the best. I am queen of nostalgia core. Like, I love so much stuff from my childhood. Like, behind me is like a bunch of teddies. This is BB the bee. I love this little one. BB can sit with me. I would say like Hello Kitty, Kuromi. I do love Barbie, like Barbie Mermaidia, banger movie. Nori was like my childhood crush. Nori was like the reason I realised that I am queer. If you have seen the movie, you know who I'm talking about. And if you don't, Google Nori from Barbie Mermaidia. Barbie Magic of the Pegasus, banger movie. Barbie Princess and the Pauper, banger movie. Barbie. What's next? Prompt 13. A weather hot take, as in sun, snow, rain. I mean, I live in Australia, so I think this is a pretty hot take, but I hate summer. For those who don't know, I live in like southern Australia, and even though I'm not in the desert, like it's quite temperate where I live, it's in summer it still gets to like 40 degrees easy Celsius. So I'm not too sure what that is, but I think that's around about like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's torture. So I really don't like summer. For me, autumn and winter are my favourite months, but everyone here loves summer. And yeah, if you tell them that you don't like summer, they're like, what? Just because it's like so ingrained that like the Australian summer is hot and everyone's at the beach. I don't like the heat, so it's a problem for me. Prompt number 14. A movie everyone loves that you thought was just okay. So many. Again, I've got my computer here. I'm gonna quickly opened Letterboxd, which I love Letterboxd, by the way. Oh, damn it, I have to sign in. Oh, I've got it saved. Eh. Oh, I've got to use my password, hold on. I think off the top of my head, I hated The Big Lebowski. Yeah, I really hated it. Okay, my letterbox isn't working, that's okay. The thing with me is that I really don't like stoner humour, and I felt The Big Lebowski was stoner humour. I didn't like that, but it's so, like, hard to explain because Zoolander and why can I not think of his name? Zoolander and Superbad. Superbad is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen, but I would definitely also classify it as stoner humour. So that is the only exception, though. For the most part, I don't like stoner humour. My humour is like quite dark, but at the same time, I don't find like sexist or racist jokes funny, which is like a lot of dark humour. So for me, it's like finding the fine line. Also, actually, I think Hot Fuzz is a really, really funny movie as well. But that wasn't the question. The question was a movie everyone loves that you just thought was okay. Also, is it Scott Pilgrim vs. the World? That movie's so mid. I really was like, why is this movie so hyped up? It is so boring. Yeah, I'm happy with those two answers. And the last prompt number 15, is a household chore that you secretly like doing. Honestly, I don't hate doing chores. The only chore that I really struggle with is folding my washed clothes. I don't have a problem washing my clothes, like getting the washer ready and putting it on, whatever, easy. It's actually folding it once it's dry. I don't know why I struggle with that so much. And in my house, we don't have a dishwasher, so we manually do the dishes, but I don't mind doing that. I think I secretly like doing is probably like, we have a glass coffee table, and I like cleaning the top of it because like we use Windex, which is like glass cleaner, and it's really satisfying. So I like cleaning stuff like that. Oh my god, that's the last prompt. I'm actually kind of devastated. This was really fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't get anyone too mad, but let me know in the comments. Also, no bad blood if you like any of these things. I'm really like, when it comes to opinions on stuff like this, it's quite harmless, so I really don't get worked up if you have a different opinion. If we have differing opinions on like whether certain people deserve human rights, then there's a problem. But for stuff like this, it's pretty lighthearted and doesn't really matter. BB says goodbye, and I say goodbye too. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. I have a bunch of great videos coming out soon, and I'm